Well, in this quick lesson, I wanted to spend a little bit of time working on some chords that we already know and some really nice variations that you can put onto these chords without too much effort and without too much strain as well. You should already know the basic chords. We've already worked on some chord variations as well. So you've already seen in that intro using that E minor 7 that we've learnt. Remember, that's with the 3rd fret of the 1st and 2nd string. And then keep those on for a C add 9. That's a C major with the added 9th. Then we've got a G major. And then what I went on to before was a D sus 4 chord. So you can hear how that's a nice transition into a regular D major. And that's just having our pinky, that's the 4th finger, on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And you can see how those work so nicely together, keeping those 3rd frets of the 1st and 2nd string, as we've already seen in other songs. Okay, and just like this D suspended chord that we just learned, there's a few other chords we can do that with. So we've got our C major. It's just a regular C major, and then you can add so what I'm doing there is I'm adding my pinky, that's the 4th finger, onto the 3rd fret of this 4th string there. So you should hear now. A lot of the time these will just be used as kind of transition chords, okay, but they're really nice when you use them as well. Go to an E major now, and exactly the same thing, just add your pinky there on to the 3rd string this time, that's the 2nd fret. So play that one out. And we can also do the same thing with an A major, okay? I find it easiest to do using my 1st and 2nd finger on the 4th and 3rd strings, and then we're going with our ring finger there, that's our 3rd finger, on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and it's going to be. And then bring that back down for a regular A major. So that's our A suspended chord as well. So we've got our D suspended to our regular D, we've got a C suspended, we've got an E suspended, we've got an A suspended. And finally, if we go to a G major, if you use different fingers for this one, that's our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and pinky, that's our 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Then you can use your index finger, it's a little bit awkward, but onto the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And that's a G suspended chord. And so you can use all of those suspended chords. It's really nice when you're able to use those as kind of transitions between chords or just a little bit of extra flavor. Or so you can hear how nice that sounds. Now there's 2 other chord variations that are quite common to come across as well. The first one, and probably the most common, is an A minor 7. So take your A minor shape, and all you're going to do is take off your 3rd finger, that's your ring finger. So we've got open, 2nd, open this time, 1st, open. Alright, and so that's our A minor 7. Now one more final chord that is really common to see. We've got a regular C major. Now I want you to take your ring finger off the 3rd fret of the 5th string and place it on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And what we're going to do now is add our pinky, that's our fourth finger, onto the 3rd fret of the 5th string where our ring finger started. That's a C over G. It just gives a little extra bass for our C major chord, which sounds really nice. So you can hear a regular C major. It's quite light there and quite high, and then you hear this. And so that's such a beautiful chord to use as well. You can use that instead of a C major at times, and it's a really nice, thick chord there. So those are some extra chord variations that you might come across that you might not be familiar with yet, and those will add a lot of flavor to your playing. So have a try of those chords, and you'll see that one of those chords is actually going to be in our song for tomorrow. So I look forward to showing you then.